Hey people, Broken Puppet back again. Got another video for today, and this one's I draw an old school eagle, and it's really cool. It's one of the designs that just never goes out of style, and it's really bold. I taught you how to do line work, colouring, shading, the works, and as usual, I'm sure you love it. And another heads up, that store I told you I was going to open up on Etsy.com, it's open, and that's Etsy.com, ETSY.com. And just put in Broken Puppet Tattoo as one word and it'll take you straight there. And you got loads of different art prints, you know, tattoo flash prints, Oriental style, old school, Oriental, there's pin-up style in there, there's all other bits. It's really cool, make sure you check it out. And you got the link in the description below to it as well. And if I can figure out, I'll probably get a annotation or something that has, you know, the link in, but I ain't figured out to that yet. If you know how to do that, let me know. I'm still struggling on the outside website bits. But yeah, anyway, enjoy the video, and I will see you next time. Hey people, welcome back. How to draw an old school eagle. And this is one of my flash design ones. And you can buy these on Etsy.com. And but this is pretty much what I'm going to teach you today. Something similar to this. Not the same, but slightly different. This one's dead. The one I teach you will be alive. But yeah, they look awesome. You know, like chest pieces, arm pieces, back pieces. They are classic and they will never go out of style. So, ready or not? Here we go. Very simple to start with. We're just going to bring a curve going this way and come back this way. I'm going to start around the centre. Just a little bit to the side. So bring curve round. A nice flick back like that. See? Curve, flick back. Very simple. Now you want to do like a teardrop coming off the edge of here, but upside down. So imagine I'm going to bring this like this. Come like that. Come like that. You don't have to go as far as your line, but pretty close. Bring up a little sort of circular bit here. And then complete the circle. And that is what will be the eye. This one I'm going to do like a nice big size pupil. So you can imagine like a big sort of circle in there. And then we'll do like a little circle. And then a little circle to the top. Colour rest in black. So you got a little highlight in the eye. Very badass. Right. Going out again. Going to bring a line here. I'm going to be a very sharp turn. We're going to come up this way. Sharp curve. Back to this point. See? Like a very sort of pointy bit here. That's like going to be like the beak. Bring this back. I'm going to bring this back. Here. Curve up. Curve out. You want to follow the same kind of line as what the upside down teardrop was. And that. Little line there for the nostril. Bring this out from this line bit here. Bring back like a kind of like a triangular shape. So again this way, come back that way. Line on the outside of that. Curve it around. Come to here. Now what I like to do when you get here, curve down a little bit, and then bring this back up and join up with that teardrop shape. And there you go. That finishes off the beak. Almost done with the face. Nice few little detail bits. Just a little curve. Very simple. Just little curve flicks. One under the other. And that. Little line under the eye. Curve it around it. Those just little detail bits. You don't have to put them in. They just look cool. Just going to put them in now. Right. Now. Coming off that bottom bit of the beak. Bring a nice sort of curve outwards. Going to bring back like a point like that. Really simple. Underneath that again to a point, back in, and almost like a little zigzag. Come in like that, and then one more zigzag. Like that. And then when you come back up to the top, Now you're on this line, we started, we're going to curve this back. Now you want a nice little curve to this, okay? So you want it going around the head, coming down, and curving like that. You see? Coming roughly about to the point where the zigzag ended. Right. And I'm going to show you why, because now we're going to bring up another to the pointy shape. Underneath that pointy shape. Underneath that, another pointy shape. And then you want to start bringing in the circular shapes. Now this is going to go like this. It's like a curve. And we're going to do this around and around until we come up at the bottom bit of that zigzag. See, just like that. Now I'd like to put another little detail bit in here. I'm going to put in a little sort of curve shape like that. See, just curve like that. And just come off the top of that. The line going that way. So it just kind of comes off the back of the eyebrow bit. See, just kind of curves the face around. Gives it a nice kind of curve. And that. Now, you want to get your pencil because you want to plot out just a few lines. This one we're going to do a banner underneath. So if you do like a nice big sort of like, you know, slightly curved line like that. And do the same underneath. For how big you want your banner. Right, just two lines, parallel lines. Now I'm going to choose this rough bit. And then you want to go about here. See the centre bit of this curve here? Sort of going there. And this one, where this ends, you want to come out a little bit, so about here. This is going to be the claws. I'm going to bring that there, line, little curve. And that. Now we're going to quickly draw these in. These are pretty easy to do. And that. Nice semicircle shape like that. Semicircle shape on the outside. A little line that way. And join that bit up like that. You see? Now what that is, that's like the knuckles. Then bring like a curved line curving out like that. See, three lines like that. And that's going to be where it's kind of gripping onto the banner. And that. Just a few little curve bits underneath for the claws. And we'll do some little detail bits in the banner so it looks like he's kind of pinching it. Just like little flicky lines just around it. Doesn't really matter what direction they go in. And that. Off the back. And that. I don't need to do a straight line, I want to do it kind of curved. So if you imagine going curving in and curve it in a little bit. Get to the same point, then kind of circular shape around it. Like this. Then we do like a ring off the top of that. And a ring off the top of that. Kind of like that. And then off of that, just a few little flicky bits coming up there. A few little flicky bits coming that way. Now I mean that is just like that. Little flick down, curve up, little flick down, like that. Little curve line there. And then we're going to do the same thing, just run the other way for that the other claw. Ring on top of that. Jagger lines that way. Jagger lines that way. Now just leave it there. And that's pretty much the main body bit done. And now you're going to start the wings. The wings are what really kind of brings it to life and what you can really do any kind of way you want. But I'm going to show you some really sort of decent wings. Bring line up, curve it. You want it to curve in quite a lot. And then you want to curve out nice and sharply. Now here I'm going to bring in a couple of big semicircle bits like that. Bring this line back. That line just going a bit above it. Coming to where that line ends and curving back around this way. Little detail line there. Little detail line there. Now this is going to be like the basis for the inside of the wing. And then now here, just going to bring out a line. A little line bit there. Right, now the inside, for the corner bit, we're going to do almost like scales. It makes sense once we're done. Do like a semicircle shape. And if you measure that little centre point in there, the centre point of that curl, you want 2 more curls to connect up to that centre point. Do the same off of that. Just each time going to that centre point. Don't want too many, just enough going like that. And then what I'm going to do, going to have my first set of feathers come back this way. These ones I'm not going to have to a point yet, just nice kind of circular shapes, curving inwards. As you get towards this bit, you want them to be about uneven. Try keeping like fairly even here, and then change up the size out. Smaller one, bigger one, smaller one. It just gives a bit more detail to it. And that. Once that's done, I'm going to do my second set. These ones are going to come to a point. So you see a point like this. Bring that back. And just keep doing these all the way down. Just like that. Real simple. Now these ones are going to go a lot longer, and I'm going to do like a little jaggedy effect to them. So if you imagine here, come back, and every now and again I'm just going to throw a little sort of jaggedy line coming back. See, just like that. I'm not going to do them the same, I'm going to do them different each time. So each little sort of feather bit's got like a personality of its own. Key thing to remember here, we're going to turn this a lot more sharper than we did these ones, because you're going to have 2 sets. You don't have to do 2 sets, I just generally like to do 2 sets. And you'll see what I mean by that in just a sec. See how this kind of curves in here and finishes there. Then you have a little second set of feathers coming here. And be careful, because you don't want to go over your thingy line here and by the banner. So I'm going to just quickly sketch that in now. So we just do the line across the top, a few little detail line bits. This way I'm just going to have curving like this, curving back. Then curving outwards. From the bottom bit of the line, curve inwards up to that point. See? Real simple, so just like a kind of sort of circular shape back and forwards and just join the lines up. From the edge here, just like a big triangular shape in the middle. Join that back up. Simple as anything. And that, then just putting those last little feather bits. Don't go past the leg. So once you get here, just bring it in to really small bits, because when the feathers at the bottom, do most of this detail work. And now back up towards the top. Just bring in kind of like a little jaggedy line, curving around like a big sort of like kind of hump sort of shape almost. And that, but each time breaking it up, humping it. And then just put little sort of triangular shapes, but you want them to curve around. The trick is we're trying to make it look like this body bit curves around. kind of like that. Real simple. And I put a few of those like little triangle shapes on the legs as well, because it's the same kind of feather work. Just like that. Real simple. And now, I'm going to do the same thing for the wing, just on the other side now. Starting around here. Bring that bit there. Just like that. And then just mirroring the same kind of thing. Right, now you've got both wings done, work on the banner and the tail feather. So just put a little bit of detail on this one, just swing this around. Join this up. Don't worry if your line work ain't perfect at the moment, because we're going to be going over and sort of neatening it up later on, and that's when we thicken up the lines. So that's the banner shaping, and if you see where this back curls over, if you imagine coming down from this point here, and from here, it's like the tail feather. So bring that round and bring like a nice curve here, because you want it to be quite big. And that. Initially you're going to do little scale bits for it, and that'll come off into lines. Breaking up towards that centerpiece. So just underneath the body here, if you do like, the same way we've done the scales here, just do some going this way. But as you get to the middle, just do 2 off the edge and don't carry on to the edge. That way it looks like the scales is kind of going in towards the middle of it. First bit you want to do is that centre one. So this centre one just here. Bring down the lines. And just bring lines off of that. Sort of curve them in. As you get towards the edge, you want them to be a little bit kind of curvier. And then we should bring those lines up in here. So you imagine like here, you've got a flat line going up, up, curving just a little bit there. More off the edge, and then curving up higher, kind of like that, you see. And that's the basic premises for like the line work. And I'm just going to sketch in a little bit right in the middle of this. Yeah, we're just putting it on her for now. You can stick a little bit further. Always sketch your writing in with like a pencil first so it fits right. Ideally you start off with the middle letter but I like just playing it by eyesight. It's just some typical old school lettering. Yeah, just rub out your basic pencil work, and now we're just going to thicken up a few lines, and that, like around the banner, we're just going to thicken this up. So get a thicker pen. I'm going to use a thicker one than this, I think. Right, as you can see, I just went around some of the line work, you know, thickened it up. Now, not all the line work, just to keep it, like the outline all around the outside, just a little bit around the face and around the banner. Just makes it stand out more. And now we got all that, we can start working on some of the shading. And that shading, quite simply, I'm going to use some black and some grey. You can do this with pencil, paint, it works, really simple. And one good thing about old school sort of style is, you know, you never want it too detailed, so the shading is usually quite simple, as I will show you. And that, I'm going to start off with I'll start off with a black actually. I'll just flip black out and might put other stuff into it. The trick is just trying to work out what you want to shade and what you don't. And now, because if you shade everything, it kind of looks a bit too much. So I'm going to start off with, you know, the wings on the outside, the bottom bits. So you see the second row of feathers? I'm just going to flick this black out from underneath them. Just quite simple, just literally going up to the edge and just flicking my pen. And that, as usual, this is a trio marker, and that I'll also be using flex markers and possibly like a pro marker. Paint's just the same way, just flick the black out with a brush. See, just like that. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Right, next shade I'm going to do, this one I'm going to shade slightly different. Under the curvy feathers, I'm going to do almost like a straight line, just coming off the edge. See, kind of like that. You'll see why in a sec. Do the same thing here, so just a black outline around the edge. Same way with shading the bottom, just flip this a little bit down. Right, now I'm just going to quickly switch over to one of my greys and just shade these little bits out. Like where we done the thingy, flex marker, where we done these line bits, you see the black bits, I'm just going to go grey around the outside of that and blend it out. Get that my darker one. Like a really nice kind of old school shade out. And again, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to flick out the black on these wings. So I'm just going to quickly do that. And I'm going to do the same flicking technique for the tail feathers. Cool. Like you see, that's the sort of grey shading now on the wings. And that, now I'm just going to put in a few sort of little detail colour bits and build this up. I'm going to start off with a red. Oops. Everything falling over. These colours you ain't got to do around this way, but it's just the way I like to do them. And that's how I'm going to put red in the scales, but I'm not going to go right up to the edge. I'm going to leave a little... There. Losing my words again. I'm going to leave a little white line just at the edge. So you see when I colour this one in. See? Not quite to the edge. Just going to do that for all the scales. You see that's all the scales done? And that, so now I'm going to put a little bit, just a little bit of a mix. It's going to be like a mix of orange, yellow and flesh tone, kind of. I'm just going to get this in these two bits of the wings here. And that, so I'll start off with yellow. Going to colour in the whole thing solid yellow to begin with. I'll flick some orange in from the bottom. And just underneath that little gap bit, just down those corners. Then just switch now to my flesh tones. The flesh tone basically just neutralises that orange a little bit for me. You know, the orange is fine as it is, you can leave it like that, but I like to just take away that little edge to the orange. And then go back over the top with the yellow, just to blend it out. That's the top bit. While I'm doing this, actually, I'm going to colour in the beak as well. Beak, I'm just going to colour in solid yellow, and again, just use that orange and flesh tone just to blend it out in certain areas. Just like that. Now this shading is like, this colouring is very basic, you know, it's just literally just anywhere where you kind of close to an edge, kind of going darker on. See, like here where it gets smaller, I go darken out a little bit there and just blend it out. The edge here is just like the, you know when you get the beak, it kind of separates, you know, the front, like to a point. That's what that little bit there just shows. Yeah, well I might as well do the yellow one, I'll do the claws as well. Just like that. And now that I've got that done, I'm going to put some brown in. Brown I'm going to use in the feathers. I'm going to use it on... Yeah, I'll start from the second round and then I'll decide where I want to put in the first. Going to flick it in, I'm not going to go touching the edge again. Going to leave that little edge around it. Now the edge technique you don't have to do, but it just, for me, it just kind of adds to that old school style. Just like that. Then what I'll do is I'll bring in the flesh tone again. Actually, yeah, I'm going to bring a lighter flesh tone for this one. This one's a Pro marker. I'm just going to use that to flick out the edge. Cool. Back to the brown, I'm going to do the body bit now. Not the face. The face I'm not going to do. The bit around, see the legs and the back. And that. I'm just going to flick this out in areas. Again, not going to the edge. And the little sort of V shapes, I'm not going to touch the edge on the inside. The outside I go up to the line, but not on the inside. You can see that's the body bit done. And that. Got to switch back to the red now. And that. What I'm going to do here, just a few little detail bit. I'm going to do, like, you know, if you imagine the way the feather goes here, I'm going to do a red line. Then another red line. Going to have that going on each wing bit. Flicking this one up a little bit actually. Remember, you want to turn this with the wing. Yeah, look at it now, I'm going to make this thread go right up to the edge. And I'm going to put brown on the inside bits as well. So on the inside leaf bits here, you know, the colours you can do like so many different ways. I literally just make this up as I go along. You know, I mean, this picture would look so different if I'd done a different colour set. A lot of eagles look alike, but you can so easily make them different. Just slight little changes. Now that's done, I'm just going to put a little bit more sort of black and grey shading, just in certain little areas that I feel might need it. And that's stuck around here, just stuck around the eye, underneath this bit. I feel like I could do a little bit. And I'm going to do some grey shading out of these bits. I'm going to work in some others around the place. You see, like, you know, the face detail done around here. You know, if you wanted, you could always do that with, like I say, light blue or something. Doesn't necessarily have to be grey. It's just some little sort of trademark dots I like doing around the place. Just adds like an extra little detail. Always looks pretty cool as well. Great. Moving further down. Bring out the black again. Just going to put a few little detail bits around here. It's running out. Switch up to this. Just like a sort of, this is like a single line and then just like a thicker line underneath. Real simple. Just around the bottom of the tail. This is just to give you a try. This is just to try and give you an idea of the sort of things you can do. I mean, you can so make this so different just with simple little things, just little pattern here and there. A little line, a little splash of colour. Like, just for instance, just rounding beside, I'm going to do red on the bottom. Do red, leave that little white stripe, and bow around on the top. See, voila. Just colouring these little scale bits brown. Then just flip down the shading. Well, this bit I just do solid because it's just over grey shading. Then here just flick it down. And voila, that's the tail done. And now I'm just going to colour in the banner, and I'll put some detail bits around the outside. Now the banner I'm going to do, yeah, pretty much the same colour, you know, the beacon now. It's going to go straight over the bold yellow. then just going to put a little red shadow on the writing. And that's to do this, you basically just put red bits, like lines, on the side, on one side of it, and one lower bit. So on this it'd be always on the right side. And just underneath, so on those certain little curved bits. Just like that. And just go a bit in this black just to neaten it up a little bit because it's smudged a little bit of the yellow. There you go. Just like that. Now I'm just going to put a few little detail bits in the background. And that, I mean, you can do anything in the background, you know. I'll show a few like just crazy examples. Like here, I'm just going to do like some red lines, almost like teardrop shapes. Just going up from the top. And coming down. Just like that. And do some around here. Now, for this one I'm just going to put some clouds in the background as well. So for this I'm just going to do like a sort of it's like a random kind of cloudy shape. Basically just want to kind of zigzag back and forth. Some little semicircle bits on top. And just kind of like I'd sort of done the wings, just like random dots around it. Some thick, some small. Just like that. Just kind of like that. Finishes it off. And there you have it, how to draw an old school eagle. And I hope that helps. Hope you like it. And like I said, you know, there's a whole bunch of different ways you can do it. You know, you can have the tail up in the air, you can change the face shape up, more aggressive. You know, you can have the wing changing, like you could have one sort of that way and this one sort of turn up the other way curving. Take out the banner, put a skull there or something. You know, I mean, there's pretty much endless ways you can do it. Yeah, this is just one of them. And that, yeah. And now I've got plenty, like I said, you know, before, and you know, plenty of designs like this, flash designs for sale on my Etsy website. Well, Etsy ain't my website, but my shop on Etsy. And I just put in Broken Puppet Tattoo, all as one word, it'll take you straight to my page. You know, you got loads of stuff like this and other designs. And that, so yeah, check that out. Check out my other videos. Anything else you want me to teach you, just put a message, let me know, and I'll add it to the list. Yeah, and you'll see that video coming up soon. And that, well, for now, I will leave you with this. I'm going to go get a sandwich, and I will see you next time. Crap.